Hi, this is Ray. And so, so it's, you know what I mean? I mean, like, I just, the idea of responsibility. I hate having responsibility, you know, when I'm a homeless person, like thinking of some kind of a responsibility to the police department or responsibility to this person, responsibility to that person. There's people that antagonize homeless people because they're trying to create that responsibility. And they do it by stealing from them, you know. They steal our property, and then the next thing you know, it's this weird kind of a thing about the missing property, like in the middle of a conversation, like between two people, and one of them's a homeless person. And I just, if if that was a true story, if there's a true story about Mike, then then why don't people try to talk about homeless people, like have conversations, like with each other, like when they have their own place, and just like talk to each other and say, okay, so is every one of us like sitting around thinking that everybody else is got the same opinion that that we don't need homeless people like sleeping in the backyard, you know? Or is it every one of us that's never going to start the conversation, like to have like homeless people like sleeping in the backyard, And if you were to have enough conversations, or people that should have conversations about homeless people, and maybe then the homeless people will just be sleeping in the tent, like in the backyard, and 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 so it's this thing about Dean, like I I could say, oh yeah, I did that, you know what I mean? But honestly, no. I mean, that was just what's going on, man? What's really going on around here? Like, what are we really doing? What are we really talking about, Dean? And so I said that homeless people are the same age that they are, you know, and that it doesn't come, like, it doesn't return to the conversation all of a sudden because it's a homeless person. Like, tell me everything there is to know about young people, because that's really all it is. And can you just like imagine for a moment that in real life, like, that the answer to the question turns out to be that way? It's like, where are those people? Like, that's the right take on things. Like with a homeless person, when you see the homeless person, where are those people from that person's life? That's the reality, because the homeless person is walking around with themselves. You know what I mean?